Here's another little something for you from the post-millennial. A woke minister says the melting pot term should be replaced with tossed salad. Oh, I'm sure that lots of people in that congregation enjoy a good tossed salad from time to time. A minister at a Presbyterian New England Congregational Church suggested an alternative to the term melting pot, which he deemed problematic. Yeah, see, this is what happened when the Rainbow Flag Brigade and the lesbian deacons of the world take over churches, which should be the frontline defense against all immorality. According to the minister, the dated term should be replaced with tossed salad. I can only imagine what the potluck dinners at that church are like after hours. Can only imagine. First of all, there's nothing wrong with melting pot. Melting pot for nations and cultures alike, that's fine. That's great. It's the diversity of the world is what's really important. Like, for example, Europe used to be very diverse. It's being slowly ironed out and steamrolled so that they can take a wonderful fruit basket and turning it into a shitty smoothie. That's what they're trying to do. Take away any distinction of actual diversity. Now, melting pots and nations and cultures, I mean, that's on a global scale, that is when you kill diversity. When you take all of these cultures and these nations that were ethnic in origin and all that stuff, and you try to mesh them together and iron them out. Horrible. That's how you destroy diversity. Diversity that should be celebrated otherwise. But on a national scale, okay, the melting pot is a good thing. You know, in some parts of the world, like I said, culture inside of a nation is based on ethnic origins, and that's fine. Like in Europe, like in Africa, in the Middle East. I mean, you're going to get countries that are ethnic countries, ethnic states, where the culture and everything, the norms there are based on that, and it's totally fine. Then you have countries, nations, unions like the United States that was based on a creed. Okay? In our former constitutional republic, the culture is based on a creed. The tossed salad approach in a place like this, where you have people who come from all over the world who still maintain their cultures at home, their traditions, their religions, everything else. The culture that we have is that people who are different still maintain an allegiance to the Constitution, limited government, and representative government. Not democracy, lowered, decentralized, local decision making. Okay? And many other things. That's used to be what the norm was. The tossed salad represents a balkanization, this multicultural bullshit, this incohesive mass of political agitators who are constantly being encouraged to see the world through a lens of varying degrees of privilege. Which is, of course, what we have going on, or had going on in Kenosha last year. You have people who had more privilege than I ever had in my life, who knew they can go into the streets, burn, loot, and cause an untold amount of damage, and know you're going to get away with it, and everything's going to be just fine. Maybe you'll get probation. Probation stacked on top of old probations that you haven't actually lived out yet. So that's it. That's what you have going on here. And it makes perfect sense that the white liberals and the lesbian deacon brigade love playing with this idea. They think it makes them virtuous as they dismantle what was once the greatest country on earth. They like it.